Welcome to Twisted Gaming.
Ultimate Combo.
Is that your best?
Monster Combo! King Combo! Killer Combo!
It's official. You suck.
Combo Breaker!
Outstanding.
Show no mercy.
You weak, pathetic fool.
Welcome back, everyone, to Twisted Gaming TV, the Arcade Show, Episode 3. This week's show is going to be kind of a fade on to the last week's show of the Street Fighter cabinets. Going to talk a little bit more about them and actually show you more of them on how they work. I have friends coming over this weekend, so I couldn't really put on a live show or whatever and too busy at work. So watch this episode if you want to know more about the Street Fighter cabinets. They run on an RGB Pi, and my friend created an image for it. Has all the Street Fighters, has all the Marvels. It has lots of arcade games, Capcom games, and other arcade games like 1942, 1943, all those. I mean, hell, you can play Pac-Man on it if you want, even though I got a Pac-Man cocktail table. You don't need that. Has all the Neo Geo MVS games, all that crap, Super Nintendo games, all that. So we're going to go over all the stuff that's on the RGB Pi that runs on these arcade machines. You can say these are multicade machines in a real Capcom arcades. The dynamos. These are the original dynamos of the Street Fighter Turbo and Championship Edition when they came out. These are the machines. But it has all the games on an RGB Pi on modern technology in an old school cabinet. So enjoy the rest of the video. I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. So let's roll with it. Here we go. So here's the RGB Pi down there. It's controlling the whole system. Okay. With the thumb drive with all the games on it in here plugged inside. So both these systems has the RGB Pi in both of them. That's why if I have these on, you can see different games on them. And that's how it pulls it off. Not on the original hardware, but this way you have a lot more options. Everything's nice and pretty down here. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that. So, 2 of these in each one. Well, 1 in each one. So 1 here and 1 in there. But I'm not going to open both of them because it's a pain in the butt. Okay, so if you've seen my reveal video, I didn't really get into it as much. It was more of a reveal on last Friday's deal. So anyways, these both run on an RGB Pi image my friend created, okay? They all run just like the original arcade. They're all the same ROMs, original ROMs and everything. You just got more options. So I wanted to get this week since I'm really busy and I can't really have a live show, I wanted to get a little bit more into this. And next week we'll get into the show more about the next subject. But I have the volume turned down low on here right now. But if you wanted to get into the settings of the RGB Pi, you press the start button, and then here's the options. Whoops, that ain't it. Let me go back. Okay, so you press the start button. Display, you got generic 15 hertz. We have it set to Force Arcade 60 hertz, so all the arcade games are playing at 60 hertz. Interlace flickered reduction, that's turned off. You know, you got all these options. Push back button. Oh, let me show you. CRT type, generic, well, yeah. Sound, you can turn the volume higher, which, like I said, I got it low right now so you can hear my voice. FX, you know, you can change that. Music, controls, we got JAMA 6 button. That's what the control panel is pretty much, the originals. Go back, got network, you can go online if you need to. Emulation, scan, game, shut down, whatever, you know. You press start button again, you go back to the games. So on these RGB Pi, my friend did the images. He got, we'll go down. Let's start with Arcade Classics. So you go to Arcade Classics, FB Neo, MAME, and Naomi. Go to FB Nemo. You got horizontal games and vertical. See, vertical would be like 1943, 1942. You know, with the planes shooting back out of that. Go to horizontal games. Then you got the hacks, the homebrew games, Neotris. Never heard of that. Poker Night. A few on there. Go to Neo Geo. You got all the Neo Geo games. A lot. You know, even though I got the MVS beside here. Tons of games. Back out of there. Nintendo Versus. Got all the Nintendo Versus games. Got Dr. Mario. Prototypes. I guess these are just games that never made it, I guess. I don't know, pretty cool. Hacks. I don't know what that is. I guess hacked games. There's Donkey Kong. Art of Fighter 2. So I guess these are just hacks. Clones. You got Berserk. Got Berserk on here. Vendetta, Zero Team USA. Haven't heard a lot of these. RoboCop 2. Oh my goodness. CPS, Capcom Play System. This is the main thing that will be on the machines running, because you got all your hits, you know. 1944, Capcom Sports Club, Carrier Air Winds, Cyberbots, Darkstalkers, Dynasty Wars, Echo Fighters, Forgotten Worlds, Ghosts and Ghosts, Giga Winds, Halfway to Hell, Hyper Street Fighter 2, ooh, the Anniversary Edition. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is a very expensive game. It really is. It's another fighter. We can go into that real quick. Check it out. I haven't played this in a while, but this is a dope game. And here at the bottom, see it shows the original resolution and the hertz the arcade game was in, and it plays just like it on this RGB Pi. Add coin, you push the yellow button on the control panel.
Challenge one. Make up
Sure.
mind. Fight.
What the? What was that, a shadow that's getting me? You guys fighting me with the shadow, that's hilarious. that game. Hold player 1, quit game. And then you go back to the menu where we were. Marvel Superheroes, Marvel Heroes versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom, Mega Man 2, Mega Twins, Mighty Pans, Nemo. You can read as we go. The Punisher, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, another Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Street Fighter 2 World Warrior, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, which is the cabinet, Street Fighter 3 New Generation, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Alpha 3, Alpha Warriors Dreams, Street Fighter 02 Alpha, Strider, Super Gem Fighter, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 The New Challengers, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, another Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Now the difference between these are different Street Fighter 2 Turbos, which is pretty dope. 3 Wonders, UN Squadron, Vampire Hunter 2, Vampire Savior 2, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, X-Men Children of the Autumn. And then you back out, and I want to say, let's see, Naomi. You go to, see, we got a Tommy's Wave, horizontal games here, Faster Than Speed, Guilty Gear, Maximum Speed, Metal Slug 6. I mean, just a lot of crap. A lot of good stuff here. Now you go to Naomi though. Let's go to horizontal 18-wheeler, Alien Front, Asian Dynamite. I don't know what the hell that is. Border Down, Cannon Spike, Capcom versus SNK, Capcom versus SNK 2, Capcom versus SNK Millennium, Chaos Field, Cleopatra Fortune Plus. Oh, that's neat. Hey, you got Crazy Taxi on here. Cosmic Smash, Dead or Alive 2, Dynamite, Baseball, Extreme Hunting, Hunting 2, Giga Wins 2, Guilty Gear, Jambo Savari, Kick 4. And then this is where Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is in this folder. Melty Blood, Monkey Ball, Moose Bay, No Coco Marker, what the hell is that? Ninja Assault, Power Stone 2, Spawn, Sega Fishing, I mean, Shootout Pool, I mean, you got so much crap here. Tokyo Bus Guide, never heard of that before. Street Fighter 03 Upper, I don't know what the hell that is. Virtual Athlete, Virtual Striker, Virtual On, hey, WWF Royal Rumble. Let's see how that looks. But plenty of options here, and yes, having the real hardware on these would be sweet, but I would probably take the real hardware out and have an RGB Pi, because you got more options at your fingertips. You got thousands of games at your fingertips that actually play like they did in the real arcade. You know, it's not, they don't play slow or nothing. You don't lose speed. There's no slowdown. It is fast as hell, just like the arcades. So it's really amazing. And, you know, basically you could say, you know, they're multicades, but real multicades. You know, you got your CRTs, and when the RGB Pi puts it on the CRT, you can't, there ain't no difference than the real hardware. You're just playing the real games on new technology. You see what I'm saying? So it's really awesome. I like it. I mean, look how dope that looks, you know? I'm gonna lose my butt on this, but let's just try it out, you know? as far as the fighting games that use 6 buttons in the arcade, these are the perfect machines for that, you know. But some of these games you'll have to figure out what the buttons are you're playing. Oh wow, look at that. This is neat. Trying to figure out what button it is on this. Anyways, enough of that. Quit. You're back on the back again. So we go back, and then let's see. Vertical. So you got your 1942, 1943. Let's try this out. See, and then it's just like the arcade was, you know, except, you know, they had their own screens or whatever that, you know, were vertical, but it still can be played, so it doesn't matter. Pretty dope, huh? But it's just like the arcade did. Pretty neat. Press start, exit out. So yeah, like all my other arcades run on their original hardware, which is one game. See? But having the 2 original Street Fighter cabinets running on a RGB Pi, it's cool to have 2 multicades. So like say if somebody wanted to play Street Fighter on one, somebody wanted to play Mario Brothers on it, or you know, Marvel vs. Capcom, or whatever you wanted to do, it's here. So you got your NES, see ROM set 1, Japan, USA. You got your USA games. You got your Japan games, Europe games, and you know they just go on. World, all the Donkey Kongs and stuff. Homebrew, prototypes. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You spend a little while in here figuring out what you want to do. Then you got your Super Nintendo. So let's go with US. 3 Ninjas Kick Back, Super Baseball. I mean, yeah, got all your Super Nintendo games. Beethoven. Capcom's MVP football. That's funny that I have that. I actually got the sealed game of that. Look, see, Super Nintendo. You can play it on here. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Let's see what Street Fighter looks like on here. Even though we got the arcade versions. Man, this brings back memories. Rival Turf, remember that? Wow. Revolution X, got that on here. I mean, it's neat to have all the Super Nintendo games on here. Pretty impressed. See, here's the Street Fighters that came out for the Super NES. You got Alpha 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Let's see what it looks like on here. See, and it has the resolution on the Super Nintendo version. Pretty dope. See? Doesn't look as great as the arcade version. At all. Oh yeah. Graphics ain't nothing like this. The arcade version, oh my goodness. But that's what we had though. You know? On the Super NES port. That's all we had. Man. After playing the Super Nintendo version, you ain't gonna want to play it anymore. You just want to play the arcade version. Oh yeah, that's terrible. Oof. Oh yeah. It had like a little pause there too. Oh yeah. Oh, and the buttons are set up on here like the Super Nintendo version too. That's funny. Wow. Alright, so see that video? That was Super Street Fighter Alpha 2, right? So we'll go to the arcade version so you can really see it. Street Fighter Alpha 2. Keep in mind what those graphics look like. Now let's look at it on here. Big difference already. Yep. Oh yeah, you can tell the difference. You can even see the logo's bigger. Yep. And she's bigger, everything's bigger. On the Super Nintendo version, it was all smaller. Let's go ahead and give it a whirl so you can kind of have an idea of what it looks like. Everything's better than the arcade version. Nice. Yep, arcade version looks way better. Looks way better. Let's check out Street Fighter 02 Alpha. Let's check that one out. But yeah, really love it. It's really awesome to have in the game room. Like I said, I always wanted Street Fighters added to the collection, and I finally got them. I got 2 of them though, which is neat. And these are the original cabinets, you know, that were in the Dynamo. They got the tags in the back and everything. Oh, okay, this is just the Asia version. I gotcha. All right. But yeah, you got your different versions and stuff, and it's awesome. But my main thing was like the Street Fighter Third Strikes and the other Street Fighter 3 games, because Street Fighter 3 games were pretty dope. See, it has a resolution at the bottom. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. 100% arcade perfect on these, pretty much.
Street Fighter 3. Street Fighter 3. Your character. Feel it. Your superpower. 1. Fight. Win.
Nice. I like it, I like it. Marvel vs. Superheroes. Yeah, whatever. Turbo. I don't even remember the moves on these. I haven't played this game in a long time. Probably since I was a child. Yeah, anyways. Pretty neat, pretty neat, pretty neat. So, lots of options here though. Like I said, lots of games. Lots of games. And of course, like I said, one famous game everybody loves. Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Capcom presents.
There you go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Got Street Fighter 2 Turbo going on over here. But like I said, you just play what you want, you know? Pretty dope. I like it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of episode 3, the arcade show for this week. Wanted to talk a little bit more about the Street Fighter cabinets. I revealed last week's episode on episode 2 of the arcade show. Check out the playlist if you haven't seen it and go watch it. It's a very nice show. But very happy with the cabinets. Like I said, I had friends over this weekend, so I couldn't do any live stuff. So it is pre-recorded. Watch when you like. But we'll be here next week for episode 4 on the arcade show with a whole new arcade subject. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful weekend, and God bless you.